Hello everyone, how good of you to join. Welcome back to our Humankind Endless Civilization playthrough. Now, in the last episode, we conquered Nok. Cool name there is. I'm going to keep it for now because it's easy to read, right? Nok is a pretty special place, to be honest. Look at that. We have dozens of districts with that. We also boosted our science output there by quite a bit, by 31, without even having any pop in here working at the moment. And that's about to change. I'm already sending my troops over here to Nok, so one of them is on the way, 4 of them are on the way. This one here I'm going to, I'm not going to disband this one, but we should be having a weaker unit here that I could disband into Nok to give this an early boost in its productivity. In Aachen we keep the 4. We do have some stability problems overall, so I rather keep my troops stationed in those cities. The same goes also for Munich, where we have a new attachment, and that also, well, reduces the stability there of Munich further. Now, Munich is going to be our financial powerhouse, more or less. That is the goal here. I'm going to add a couple of more market quarters then to this area here with as many adjacency bonuses as possible. And we're also using the infrastructure infrastructure projects there, like the food market on Munich, to further boost its output. Don't forget, we are going to get some very strong military units soon, and they will need some upkeep that we need to provide. Now, also over here, my ship can go for this next island there. This is pretty cool. So there is definitely new landmass here, but I think it's just going to be one island. Nope, I think it's going to be a real landmass, a new continent that we see. This is one territory in itself that might be a very good addition to Aachen then later. I definitely should go there. Problem is though, Aachen is suffering right now from Tania Australis, where we have this huge attachment to the city, probably more than it can handle. So I'm boosting here some common quarters right now in order to solve my problem that I have there with the stability. Speaking about stability, we can increase that also with some interesting trades that we could do. So let's just end the turn there real quick. And then let's find us some good, decent trading. So once again, the Messenians are our target here to have the ebony. That is 4 stability on all cities and 10 stability on all cities. In addition to that, that's pretty good, and we can actually get this one 2 times there, and we could get it 2 more times then once we have the appropriate money again. So beside the industry bonus, that's another stability bonus that we get. I just hope that we can kind of like counter all of that. For Munich it worked, so this city is looking a bit more stable again, despite having more districts coming up. For Nok, stability is also going up with that now, also thanks to having, well, some troops stationed here, as we can see. So that city should be on a very good path there, actually. Those troops, wait a second, those troops in Nok, we are putting them to heal, so they need to heal up. And my ship continues with some more scouting. Alright, it's after all just an island. I thought it would be more connected there because there's definitely more over there. And this is where we're going then in the next turn. Worms has been conquered by the Greeks. Quite unfairly so, because I was doing the major work there, so we will take Worms back at some point. I was looking at the broader scheme, so I think here Greece and the Messenians to the south are the strongest factions beside us, right? So we control the eastern coast more or less. The northern side is being controlled by the Greeks and southern side by the Messenians.
With 5 commons quarters,
oh, we also got some 5 commons quarters there now.
Can easily lead to penury.
So in Aachen we have built another one, and stability is still going down, but to 3% now. So it's not going down completely anymore to 0. Another commons quarter is coming up then. We have so much industry already, yet this is not enough. What should we do here with all of that? We also get the 20 stability from the units. I just need to wait a bit more for money, I think, to get a few more ebonies then in. The market quarter is being finished, the next one in Munich. So this is where we do get quite a nice amount of money now. Let's put actually some people over there, right? Because Munich is responsible for money, more or less. And we're boosting our money there to up to 100 per turn. We can still go with one more here. Perfect. And that industry guy, let's keep them here. To boost the outcome or the production. Market quarter is coming, and after that I would like to go for the food market there to boost my market quarters. Exactly what we need. In Aachen we do have lots of science, so we could also go with, do we still have the science projects there? We don't. Alright, so Aachen is actually pretty fine other than the influence. I just will need to spam more of these common quarters. They're not the strongest districts that we have, but with the right adjacency bonuses, we do get some nice stability out of that. and I definitely would like to keep all of those districts. My ship continues moving to the other side here now, just for some
30
exploration.
research quarters. It's a city so
We
full
also
of
got 30
specialists
research quarters now. I
that
think in
nobody
Paris we
can
finished one.
understand anyone else.
Perfect. With that, let's get one over there to science. And then I think about the Angkor Wat. That gives me the plus 40 stability bonus on top of everything. We just need to find a decent location. I think we might actually boost or build this monument there in the territory of Aachen. Right, so over here somewhere to further do that. And yeah, we could have it beside a statue of Zeus. We could also just find a very beautiful, prominent location like this one here. 34 turns. We're definitely going to have other cities still helping. So Munich can help there, yes. And Nok should also be some help. Perfect. Aachen would really boost it as well, but I want to finish my commons quarters there first before we do anything here. So 20 turns for this monument there. That's going to be quite nice also for stability. Money-wise, we still have to wait a bit. Those troops have been healed. And my ship is not finding shallow ground, it seems. Let's continue. Nok has gained its first pop. Perfect. So there is something happening. And stability is going up in Nok. So that's fine. The city can just develop itself while building that monument, basically. And for the monument, let's just check here for Paris. We might just put a few more people into industry there in order to finish this more quickly. A new civic, the human animal, comes along as well. Speaking of civics, we have 8 available right now that I could choose from. Most of them are a bit too expensive though, right? So we still need to wait there a bit of influence before I do any of that. About my religion, the Knights of the Coconut is still doing pretty fine in my empire, as we can see. So nothing to worry there. And about my civilization influences there, we do have some influence down here on this territory. Quite a lot of that actually already. This will turn English in 19 turns if the enemy doesn't do anything serious over there.
As feudal structures prove practical for both farming
and there we have it. The
warfare,
chivalry has been
certain
researched, and
codes
with that we
practices
have the
arise
Franchi
that
Milites
ideally ensure a fair and honorable society.
that I would really like to have a look. Then we might actually put this ship to auto explore for now. Oh, there's lots of unclaimed land over there. Speaking about this, do we have some more troops? Let's get the Macabra because they're just very fast, and let's get them over to that island there and settle. The problem is, yes, there's this campman over there that will attack us. So let's get some troops out there. I think 2 of them should be fine. I'm going to use my horse units only for that. Do we have another horse unit here? We do have that, so let's merge it with them. Of course, for Aachen, yeah, not the best of things. There's nothing I can do here, unfortunately, to counter all of that, right? So I just can build those common quarters and that's it. Another research that we need to choose, craftsmanship, is something that we haven't had yet. For chivalry, we are now pretty deep there in the medieval tech, so the guilds might be something. That reduces the trade prices overall, which is pretty good because we're doing a lot of that. Stability per researcher. Yes, and plus 10 science. So the alchemy, theology gives me a city cap that we need. Nothing for... the manuscript atelier, that is something, but for stability, nothing. So alchemy gives me the next stability then. The next stability bonus. I would just love to get a bit more stability overall, but we don't have any tech that could help us with that anymore. So it's really just those thingies up there. Let's end the turn. I think we're going to face some mutiny now pretty soon in Aachen. And my horse units continue towards this because I really want to take this territory there. We should always be +1 above the city cap because the penalty is really weak. -10 influence per turn is not that much. And a whole new city really boosts your economy more. So I think being over 1 or over the cap is the best option. And that means basically that I can take this territory and probably will make a city out of it. Or we are going to conquer Worms and make this an attachment of Worms then. I think this might work as well. Open borders with the Greeks. Let's counter that. Perhaps they paid. They don't. So that's their fault. About money, silver. They would give us some silver. That's stability and science. We do have 600 coins. So I'm pretty sure that we can get another ebony. Perfect. There it is. With stability and industry. 450, 450, all right. We cannot do more than that, so 450 it is. That's another nice stability bonus. Mutiny in Aachen will happen now soon. Another commons quarters is being finished. Doesn't help us that much though. We also have the garrison, but I don't like the stability bonus that it provides, right? It's very weak overall. It only provides it when we build it on the top of a district. Then we get a nice stability bonus on top of that. This might actually help us short-term wise because we have so many districts in this territory that we just destroy one of them, like the Mecca quarter up there, or the market quarter here. Right, we can do this. Let's destroy the market quarter. It's not focusing on money, this city here anyway, right? So we can do this and boost the stability not only by reducing or by deleting one district, but by also building a garrison on top of it. Now, we are coming up here. It's going to be interesting. Are they Thai? Is it them? No idea. Let's end the turn. Oh, influences were really good now. I could use this influence to attach this territory down here now to Paris, but I don't think that's going to help a lot. It's not a very strong territory, and just keeping it as a neutral territory will be fine, more or less. And there's nothing else I will waste my influence on, so let's choose a new civic. Independent people, nope. So there's two civics here that are interesting for us. The first one is the fundamental values. This one either gives me minus 50% on garrisons or minus 50% on commons quarters industry cost. And the other one is the leadership that gives me a city cap there, the small council, and goes more towards liberty. The 25% stability on capital I think is not that strong. So we need to decide between both of them. And since stability is a problem in some of my cities, reducing the cost to build it, to build some commons quarters, I think is going to be the best option. This also pushes us towards liberty, so let's go for the commons quarters reduction. So they will be finished a bit more quickly now. That should help Aachen here, finishing them more quickly. We finished one, and look at that. We're above the threshold and it's climbing again. Perfect. Thanks for that. Also deleted one of these districts helps, of course, and it's just so important because we added so many districts and finally Aachen can sustain itself without any mutiny happening after all. Just very perfect overall. We need to destroy this readout there, so let's try it. With the 3 macabre that we have, it's only taking 1 turn, so next turn we should really just get rid of that and instead have an outpost there. Let's end the turn for now. Boy, money is flooding in. Ransack was successful, and on top of that, let's... Oh, there they are, I think. Do we have a chance at them? Ooh, it would be close. It would be a close thing. Let's just see where we could do something for... the outpost. There we overall this is a food island. Obviously we can see that because of all these green tiles here. It's just perfect for lots of farmers, to be honest. There is some production over there that I could go with. There's 20 production on top of that. So we could make this a production island, but I think long-term wise it's much better as a food island, right? Because it just provides lots of land for farms. So let's go ahead and make this one a food tile. We will need a lot of that later on, so there we have it. A new territory under our control. Of course, we might still need to protect ourselves against those tribes. A blossoming of beliefs, religious feeling is strong across the empire, but that is not preventing discord from emerging from among the faithful. Great cities are finding themselves under the sway of diverse religious leaders who each see the standard creed with different eyes. What should we do about these groups? Dissolve them, influence them, or lead them? With that we get 25% faith, with that we get 5 faith per turn. And this pushes me towards the world, plus also stability on all cities. And I think we will be going with that, right? This one pushes us away again from our progress that we don't want. So yeah, influence it is. Do we have something new here? We don't. There's more territory over there. I might also just try and get one of my troops to that other landmass that we find there, right? To start conquering something new. Let's end the turn. So, these guys are attacking now. They are. Problem is, they're melees, I am rangers, right? They're attacking, so they will have the upper hand. They will start the attack. I have a bad feeling about this. I will need more troops over there, I think.
No mercy.
Okay, we did some good damage there, but I don't think we're going to win this one. It's just too many melees. Yeah. Off they go. So I've lost all my troops there. And I'm probably also going to lose my outpost there. So I will need more troops, stronger troops. That is most likely melees. Since Aachen is getting more stability. Yeah, that was just bad overall. I should have had one melee unit with me, but then I couldn't have done it so quickly over there. In Paris, yeah, we're building the monument right now. And after Aachen finishes its garrison, I will really want to help the Angkor Wat there to finish that project quickly. Or we should help now, right? Since stability is going up already, let's do it now, really. And thus reducing it to 6 turns only. Theology has been researched. That is one city cap. Perfect. And we can continue now. Oh, and we got the next star. We can go towards alchemy now. This is pretty good. Alchemy is really good. First of all, we get the apothecary. 1 stability per researcher. Perfect. And the other one is the alchemist workshop. A flat 10% increase on the research output of a city. Which is just perfect, right? For cities like Paris, for example. Where we already have a lot of research going on. Trade, let's have the last abonnee there with the English once again, since we have the money. I still have 500 coins. The only thing I could find now is the Goths with their dye, so that's another 5 industry and 10 stability that we definitely want to have. And it's also a good thing to trade with several empires, so we're not depending on one entirely. Right now we're depending quite a lot upon the English. They're not the Messenians, by the way, anymore. They're in English now. I might need to wage war against one of them pretty soon, but we still are in the business of building that monument, and after that, yeah, with more industry and market quarters for now. Paris, another pop. Pretty big town by now. We can still self-sustain it. We're boosting a lot into industry and science here, as we should. Angkor Wat has been completed.
Not merely for the temples,
Get another 100 fame on that,
to
plus
with
also the
water and
food bonus.
irrigation.
Very nice. Let's just have a look at that. Where we have this beauty. There it is. It's really a nice monument there overall. 40 stability, 50 science, 20 faith, and 66 food it provides now with all those bonuses attached to it. So I think it's just amazing, especially with the combination of the religion that we have. So the plus 50 signs from monuments, right? We get the first 50 signs on the Statue of Zeus and the other 50 signs now on Angkor Wat. So this is a pretty big bonus overall. With that stability, I'm expecting also, yes, stability to really skyrocket for my cities there. So Aachen is really going up there to 90% stability soon. Perfect. That is just what we needed here with that monument. I love monuments. We could also claim a new one. We have the influence. There's only one available though anymore, and that's this one here. That's not so good, but what is good about this one is that we actually get the 50 signs for each monument that we build. So the more monuments we have, the more signs we can get. But I think for now I'm going to neglect this one anyway. With the monument finished, all my cities are having free resources again. So we can continue expanding. In Paris, we can get the library up there. Very important since we are focusing in Paris fully on the science. So I would like to boost my science output there even more. In Munich, we are boosting all the money that we have. And Aachen kind of like is a mixed bag there with industry and science at the same time, right? So we're having both of that. I don't need the garrison there anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that. Food is fine as well. Yeah, we can basically just watch how this one continues. The Greeks want open borders. Let's counter that again. They're still not ready to pay anything for that. So, nope, Greece people. I'm sorry about that, but I'm not going to allow it. They're trying now to ransack it. I will probably now move my troops to that island there. We can get there in 6 turns, so we can actually attack them on time. Let's move my... What? I want all my troops there, not only one. Let's move them. We're still getting a stability increase there in Aachen thanks to the monument, so I don't need to have them over there necessarily. That's pretty important, and I should really train more troops as well. Now there's still the business about my iron. I have no iron at the moment in my empire, so we do need to find us some suitable resources for that. They have copper, the English have iron, but they don't want to trade with us at the moment. Finding this is pretty important. I'm probably not going with the Greeks here because, I mean, we could, right? But they are our war target anytime soon. The Ghanaians, they would trade with us, but they're very expensive on the iron, and no one else has it. So let's go with the Greeks for now, because they are particularly cheap there for our first iron that we need. And then probably also the Ghanaians then after that. The Greeks are, of course, one of our war targets. But we still have some wars to fight here with those barbarian cities, the independent cities more or less. So I rather do them first. In Aachen we can once again focus a bit on other things now since stability is fine, and I would like to focus then on some unit training. We need the iron though. It's incredible that once again, gotta say that, it's my second playthrough, we have no real strategic resources on our territory. It was just like the last time with the Romans, and I had dozens of territories, and we just haven't had any strategic resources. It's the same again. So I don't know if this is just really an extremely bad luck, but what we can see is there's strategic resources everywhere, just not on our territory. I think this is pretty hard to believe, to be honest. No doubt about that. Well, we just have not enough there. Horses or a bit more iron would be very much appreciated. I have so many territories and not a single iron or bronze tile. It's incredible. Doesn't matter for now. We continue. Okay, so those barbarians are attacking us now at sea. That is really interesting. So just when I was crossing the channel, they moved back here now and attacking my units right away. I can't do anything other than fight this one. Pretty strange overall, I think. Can we retreat? We cannot also retreat on this one. So we are fighting them, and I think we might be losing this one. I have no idea. But I think those sea battles are not so good. Oh, we can actually move to the land there. So then that's fine. Alright, so let's do this. Let's move with both of my units over there. And just let them come, really. There we can attack them once again. Alright, there's one ship down. I could go to the ocean there with another one again. And that's it, right? Alright, so we destroyed 2 of them. And alchemy has been researched. So my outpost there still stands. They're attacking again. I cannot retreat again. What do they want from me? Also, those ships only have... Alright. Perfect, so now we have destroyed them completely. Let's rather move with my units over there. I rather want to fight at land. Right, alchemy is going to be pretty great. With that, we have now the alchemist workshop. I do need some bronze for that though. Accursed words, the scripters working in the Paris manuscript atelier are a hardworking, diligent band, but in their enthusiasm they have committed a grievous error. One of the most holy texts of Knights of the Coconut was commissioned to be replicated dozens of times, and every copy ended up containing the same septic's obscenity that humans came from beasts. Worse, the offending words were not noticed until the texts were in religious hands across the empire. Should we cover this one up or should we punish them? This gives me 515 industry. It moves me towards authority. Yep, let's go for this, because the other one is once again moving me away from progress. Nothing or not that I really would like that. Paris, we should get some copper now from someone, please. Anyone.
Perhaps
they have the iron. That's going to be pretty important soon.
I would not put
Building up
myself-
my army then of knights. But for now, I would need one more copper. Please, Greeks, do you have it? No one of them has copper. You're serious? We don't have a single copper.
Greetings,
There it is. The
Sovereign.
Mongols have it.
Are you with me?
Let's give it to me. Thank you very much. And with that, let's build the Alchemist Workshop. 10% science increase in Paris. This is just so beautiful. The other same here in Aachen. I want to do that, of course, ASAP. Next tech that we can go with. Let's just see if we do get any perfect or probably... well, anything really that boosts us. There we have the ability to merge several cities together, which is really good. Especially if we have some smaller cities and we make a mega city out of that. By the way, I'm researching way too quickly. We're reaching the ends there again of the medieval time pretty soon. Let's go with the guilds, because that gives me the minus 20% money cost on the base price when buying a resource. That is just really good overall. Also, yeah, commodity market for Munich then to boost that, to boost my income there further will help us a bit. And I think we can end the turn with that. Yep. And in Munich, we're still building the next market quarter. In next turn, a lot of things are actually finishing, so let's do it. There we have it. Munich, of course, will suffer a bit. Another era star because of the builders. We have built enough districts. Very good. In Munich, we're starting to generate some good money there now. Let's move a few more people away there from science. I really don't need them. Actually, push one to the food there. And let's build the money generating, money on plaza. Actually, we don't have any good science infrastructure programs here. We do have the attachment with some food possibility. I don't like the food, the farmer tiles though. This one gives me flat 13 more coins, so let's just go for that. Influence we can always fight with other things, right? For example, garrison somewhere. Alright, turn 208 it is. We are finishing the next outpost there soon. And in Paris, another 3 turns for the Alchemist Workshop. We have more money again. I would still wait a bit. Perfect that we have it. Perhaps we can purchase some iron now from... Was it with the English? Yes, there it is. It's still expensive. One more iron we need, right? And then we can do it. Once again, open borders. Once again, we counter. Once again, they will refuse. Nothing we can really do here. Let's end this turn. We are at 1,000 now. And please give me that iron. What? Trade everything. Why do we not trade everything? They want 1,000. Nah, I'm not paying them. The Ghanaians, they have the iron. 800 coin. Let's purchase that. No doubt. Well, without any bad feelings. And with that, let's go ahead. Let's have the Frankie Militares. One of the most strong or the strongest medieval units that we have there. And we can really push a lot of them since we have 22 pops in Paris. In Aachen, I will do the same thing. We have 17 pops, so it's totally worth it pushing a few of them. Industry is fine. This, of course, will... With this, we will take quite a hit on our money, but I'm already doing my best there in Munich. Now, this one would be available now to attach to Aachen. Influence or stability-wise, we could afford that, to be honest, right? We could afford it. It's just very expensive. Do we have a better civic for that? We actually do have it for slaves, so we could decide, do we want to have criminal slaves or war slaves? We do have a lot of commons quarters, and this one gives me +1 food and +1 industry on top of every commons quarter that we have. It also pushes us towards the world a bit more, and the world at the end of that, it would provide with another 10 stability. Let's go ahead and have the criminal slaves in our empire. It gives me that direct boost to food and productivity right now, so that I think is pretty powerful. Those units, what should we do with them? I think we're going to move home again. And we can end the turn. Now we are full in the war preparation. I'm building up my knights now, and then we are going for some real conquering here because we need to do that. Stay tuned.